Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Gary Swaby, and I'm here to finally address Overwatch 2, which was announced at the end of last week at BlizzCon. I believe it was on Friday. That would have been Friday, the 1st of November. So yeah, like it had been rumored for months now that, Overwatch 2 would actually be announced. And we finally got that announcement, and we got a better understanding of what the game is, what's new about it, and also, how it's going to interact with the current Overwatch. So let me just speak through a few of these different things and give you my perspective based on someone who has played Overwatch non-stop since the launch in 2016, which is almost 4 years ago now. So my thoughts, first of all, let me address the fact, the biggest thing pretty much is that the fact that there is going to be a story mode now. So, for a long time, one of the biggest criticisms of Overwatch was that it was, basically an esport competitive game, and it didn't really have a story component. Now, there have been events that were added to the game for periods of time that introduced some story elements. And then you also had the animated shorts that would release periodically. And you also had the Overwatch comics. And, considering that there wasn't a long-term story component inside the game, people got pretty hooked to the lore of these characters. That's how, you know, impactful these characters in the game have been in pop culture. Like Tracer and McCree, May, Diva. Like they're all pretty popular characters. Even to people who don't even play Overwatch on the regular. Like a lot of people are in tune with these characters. So that's the biggest thing that they are addressing with Overwatch 2, because now it's going to have a full-blown story mode, which will act as like an official campaign, and you'll be able to use different heroes throughout the campaign. I think it does vary throughout the missions, so for certain missions you'll be able to pick from a small list of characters. And I guess, as you go through the story, you'll be able to pick other heroes based on their place in the story that's being told. There will also be a hero mode, and I'm guessing that mode will allow you to replay all of those missions with any hero you want. So, for example, you could play, all of the main missions from the story mode, but you could use perhaps the villainous characters, the bad characters, like Reaper, Widowmaker, Doomfist. You can use them as well. So pretty much any character you want to use, you'll be able to use them in hero mode, and you'll be able to play different versions of the main missions. Basically, I believe they're going to be like much more difficult as well, and have modifiers and bonuses and things like that. So you got a full blown story mode, and you have a new way to enjoy all of the favorite heroes from Overwatch. So whether you're a Reinhardt player or a Mercy player or a Mei player, you can enjoy your Overwatch hero without the pressure of playing in a competitive setting, because that was one of the biggest complaints of the original Overwatch, the fact that you have to play competitive, which means that you can't always specialize in one hero, because sometimes the team might need you to play a hero that's of a different category completely, or a different type. That was only recently just fixed with the introduction of role queue, in Overwatch 1. But, even still, you can't always play the hero that you want to play, because you have to play whichever hero will get you the win in that match, basically. But now with the story mode, you can enjoy your hero, and you can basically upgrade them, and continue to improve the heroes and such. So I feel like that's a great thing for people who just enjoy playing certain heroes, and want to actually play a story mode with their favorite heroes, and also be able to play with their friends too. Because, not everyone likes to play competitive PvP matches, and stuff like that. Sometimes people enjoy PvE more, where you're actually, playing a co-op style of gameplay together and stuff. So those options are now there for you, and we'll have a full-blown story that utilizes all of the maps that we already know and also introduces more maps. So that's the biggest thing that's going to be in Overwatch 2. But, so far, Overwatch has risen in popularity for being a PvP competitive game. And it even has, a couple huge esport leagues based on, that original Overwatch format. So what's going to happen to the original Overwatch? That was the biggest question. And the reason that's a big question is because, like I said, you have the Overwatch League, you have other, competitive leagues of Overwatch. So people have been dedicating their lives to playing Overwatch 1, and you can't just suddenly change that and, expect all of those leagues to be able to function. You have to maintain that same game pretty much, and you can't drastically just change it like that. So that was the biggest concern that I had, because I've spent so much time mastering Overwatch 1. So if they were going to, introduce a completely reworked competitive game, that was going to be a bummer, because you would have to learn the new system, the new skill, the new movements, the new flow of the game, basically. But thankfully, Blizzard has decided to keep the competitive component of Overwatch exactly the same. And the way it works is, if you buy Overwatch 2, you automatically get, you get all the story mode stuff that I mentioned, and you get, the original Overwatch 1 competitive component with it also. And if you are very deep into the first Overwatch game and you're not really interested in the story PvE stuff, you don't have to upgrade. You can still keep Overwatch 1 and they will still keep supporting it, and you will be able to play with people who are playing from Overwatch 2. So pretty much the competitive component of Overwatch is the same, in Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just the fact that if you have Overwatch 1, you won't have access to the PvE stuff. And also, all of those fancy upgrades and stuff, and, different abilities that you get in the PvE version of Overwatch 2, none of that stuff will cross over to the PvP version of Overwatch, because obviously that would throw off the balance of the game. You can't really have RPG mechanics like that in a PvP game without there being balancing issues and unfair advantages. And as it is now, Overwatch is already a hard game for Blizzard to keep balanced. So it makes sense that they would have those two modes be completely separate, but they're also kind of part of the same game, which is Overwatch 2. So might sound confusing, but basically if you already own Overwatch 1, you can still keep playing the competitive version of the game. They will still support it, they will still update it, they will still introduce new heroes, and it's your choice whether you actually want to upgrade to Overwatch 2 to unlock all the story stuff that's going to be coming. So pretty much nothing changes if you're already glued into Overwatch 1 and you're not ready to upgrade. And equally, if you, let's say you've never played Overwatch before but you want to get into it because now it has a story, you can buy Overwatch 2 and you'll get Overwatch 1 with it pretty much, and you'll be able to play with Overwatch 1 players. So pretty good that they're doing it that way. The only question I have now is how they're going to handle the kind of change in the graphical quality, because if you look at the trailer for Overwatch 2, they've definitely, upgraded the way, the art style, pretty much the way the heroes look, the character designs. They look much better, much cleaner, and a little more on the realistic side of things, slightly. And whereas Overwatch 1 is kind of a bit more cartoonish in its style. But it still looks great. Overwatch 1 has a very distinct and nice looking art style, even though it is a bit on the cartoony side. But Overwatch 2 definitely looks more realistic in its approach. So I want to know if you, let's say you just stick to Overwatch 1 and you're not ready to buy Overwatch 2, I want to know if you're going to get that upgrade in art style, or if that's going to be something that's only available to Overwatch 2, because that would be quite weird if you're playing against someone from Overwatch 2 in Overwatch 1 and they can see things different than you can. Like, let's say they have a clearer field of view, and they can, they can distinguish, I guess, like players at a distance or something like that. Like maybe they can see it much clearer than you can on Overwatch 1 because the graphics are different. Like, that would be an actual disadvantage to you, for not upgrading. So I kind of feel like they have to kind of, make sure things are equal, and that even, the art style itself is equal across both games, at least for the competitive part of the game. So I want to see how they're going to approach that stuff, really. But, if you're like me and you spent a lot of money on skins and loot boxes in this game, all of the cosmetic stuff will also carry over too. So, all of the Overwatch League skins that you might have bought, all of the special one-off skins and stuff that you might have bought, and basically, all the skins you've collected over the history of Overwatch 1, all of those are going to carry over to Overwatch 2 as well. So that was also good to hear. So, pretty much that's most of what was announced of Overwatch 2. They didn't release a release date yet, but there were rumors that it was going to come sort of like the first half of 2020, like whether it's, Q1 or Q2, sometime around there. But Jeff Kaplan actually did an interview with one of the popular, Overwatch League players, and he actually alluded to the fact that the game might come much later. Like, he actually said that they're going to be talking about Overwatch 2 next year at BlizzCon. And that doesn't mean that it won't be released by then, because, they could still be talking about upgrades coming to the game even if it's already released. But, some think that that might mean that they're going to take longer before they release it, because, they need to work out some more kinks or something like that. So I guess we just have to wait and see at this point, but it's cool to know it's coming. I do have one more thought on this whole thing though, because in my opinion, this is more like an expansion to me. So I would have been happy if they just labeled this as an expansion and had it be like an upgrade option. So if you already have Overwatch 1, you can upgrade, for a certain price point. And if you don't have Overwatch, you can just buy into it and get, everything at once or something. Like, I would have liked if they did it that way, sort of like they do with World of Warcraft and, Diablo and other games. But I guess for marketing purposes, they decided to just say, yep, this is Overwatch 2. Maybe they even want to get, another Game of the Year award or something for it. Maybe that's the aim for that, for that decision or something. But either way, I'm somewhat excited for this, because it means, there's going to be more things I can play with my friends in terms of, Overwatch modes. So if we get tired or we get frustrated at losing in competitive, then we can play some PvE together, and there's going to be varying levels of difficulty. So You know, if we're finding things easy on PvE, we can take it up a notch and do something more difficult where we have to really plan out our attacks and stuff with the heroes, and combine our abilities and things like that. So I think it's going to be really fun to have more options of things to do with your friends. And by the way they're describing it, this is going to be like a mini Destiny, or something like that. Even it seems kind of similar to the Marvel's Avengers game, actually, like where you get to use different heroes, they have different abilities, you can upgrade them, and those sorts of things. So it's going to be pretty fun to use all of these fabulous heroes in Overwatch in different ways. So I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have an interest in getting Overwatch 2. And also, if you're into Overwatch 1 and you play on PC, definitely let me know your Blizzard ID and I will add you, because I play Overwatch pretty frequently still. So that's my take on it. Let me know what you think. And, I will be discussing this game a lot more in the future as well. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That's it from me. Peace out.